So
let me do a test now. Can you see my screen now? Or no?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Yep.
Cool. And but I'd like to know how to say after 3 minutes, how can I switch from guest view to my view? Just click.
We could have either myself or Dave share, and then when you want us to switch to yours, just tell us to stop sharing, and then you'll be able to share.
Actually, when you play, you'll see a timer. So when you see 3 minutes, and if you can remember it, and can you just stop sharing? I'll start to share. Cool.
Hey, just to be clear, I'm starting guest. Is that right?
Yeah.
And I'm starting it now.
But by the way, when you log in, you can put your name, your real name. You don't want your number to represent you.
I understand.
Because in the end, you will see your record, see the score of your teamwork.
Am I hitting start now, or am I waiting for?
You can wait for. Yeah, you can start now. You can start now. But we want to share the screen first. We want to one of the guests, maybe staff, can share a screen first.
Did you want me to share mine, Dave?
I can share mine.
Okay.
That's fine. But the thing is that after 3 minutes, you need to remember to stop sharing. But if you forget, it's fine. Then we have to play it again to show the host view.
All right, I'm gonna yeah.
Or I can remind you if you.
Yeah, just let me know when you want me to stop sharing screen, and I'll stop sharing screen.
Yeah.
I love this. This is so cool.
All right, get this up. Here we go.
Just remember when you log in, try to use your a name or nickname.
All right, transform
So this is the
into
instruction.
man, bird, horse, fish. Collect stars. Let's give myself a name that makes more sense.
Do you want 6 people or just 4 people?
4 and 6, either works. But the thing is that when we have 6 people, they have to talk in the one Zoom. It will be a little bit chaotic.
Yeah, so how are you going to do this in festival? Are you going to do breakout rooms, or are you going to do?
We'll do the break room.
All right. It says I'm connected to the master server. Do I show room lists?
You'll have 3 rooms. Probably you want to go. 2 will go to the first one, and the other 2 go to the second one.
I'm gonna join room 1.
I'm going to 2.
What?
Ah.
Well, I'm ready.
Just get ready. When the other player is ready, then you start the game.
All right, Steph, we're doing it.
I'm waiting for somebody else in 2. Is that correct?
Aaron will join you.
Every Bible.
All right, we're moving. Fly up.
Every Bible.
Whoa, that doesn't look good.
Oh no.
Did I die?
Oops.
Ah.
Let me unmute myself. Oop.
Oh, interesting. Okay, a cooldown down here. There we go. All right.
And Karen, we supposed to be moving together?
Yeah, I'm just going to mute like the background music on my side because it's
Got it.
sounding very chaotic.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
Then I'm gonna go.
There we go.
Coming. There we go. All right.
All right.
All right.
Human.
Here we go.
That star looks easier now.
Oh.
Look here.
Oh, fish. Oh, I
You should
drowned.
be able to change in a minute. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Here.
Okay,
Right,
and then we need to go onto the top, and then we change it to a bird.
Oh, got it.
There we go.
And then one.
Oh,
Right.
shoot. Oops.
You can go through.
Every Bible.
All right, I'm here. Oop.
I'm right-handed. This is tough to do left-handed. All right. Okay.
You could do the arrow keys if you want to. Oh, what is
Well, I'm
going
moving
on?
with my arrows, but I got to pick the
Okay, you
first.
can go now.
Okay, it looks like you have to go through the wall first, and then I
down.
will.
All right.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then I'll get disabled,
Got it.
and then you'll probably have some sort of button that could let me through.
Dave, can you stop sharing?
All right.
Did you get through? I can't see you off my screen.
All right,
No,
stop sharing.
no, no. I don't think whatever button you're on, it's not.
What is this? I don't know what that does.
Okay.
It's
so do you have
it's-
another button in this vicinity? Because that one got rid of the wood one, but not the stone.
Alright.
I'm on. There's a one that looks like a light and one that's a lever.
Okay, the lever got rid of the wood, but not the stone.
Okay, wait. Let me
There's
go.
nothing else here.
Oh, I got this. Does yours open that? Maybe you can
Yeah.
run through.
No, let me
Here.
let me try to fly from like below. No, that doesn't work. Looks like we have to.
Let me babble.
Maybe I could change into something. Hang on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go.
Oh, I got to be a horse on
You
the
gotta
button.
be a
Got
horse,
it.
yeah.
Hey,
Got it.
And you gotta be a human to.
There we go.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go. Down through there.
Where you want to go?
And then
I see it.
Like up top
do
probably.
that.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
I'll fly through here and then see how I can. Oh, you probably need to keep on. Yep. Yep. There we go.
Lever and a button.
Alright. Be able to get through.
I think
Did
this
we-
is where we came from.
We came in from, yeah.
Yep. All right.
Nice.
Yep.
Fish or a fly? You want to fly?
Let's fly to the top first. I guess. Let's see. Not sure what that did.
I'm gonna go ahead, hit it.
All right,
Oh yeah,
so
it opens down
I'm gonna go-
below.
I'll
It
hit
looks
the
like.
one.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
I'll open the door for
I'm
you.
going through. Okay, I'm through.
Okay.
Okay, I got it open for
And
you
then
now. Come on
I
down.
think you need to
Down. All right.
open
Maybe
the
the
other.
Go get that star.
Here.
Yeah,
All
Got it?
right. Got it. Yep.
All right.
and
Up or
then I
down?
can
Oh,
get that
fish.
star.
I'll get it.
Oh,
Oh, bummer.
Oops. I
Okay.
think you gotta
I got
go
the star.
down a little bit.
Oh jeez.
Oh jeez.
Oh
I
jeez.
got it. I
Oh
got it.
jeez. Oh heavens. Okay. All right, I'm good.
All right. What is this?
Okay,
There
I
we
got the
go.
button.
All right.
Oh wait, Dave, you left me behind.
Oh, this
Where are
one.
you?
All right.
You need to press the
All
button
right.
for
I'm gonna
me.
go get that star.
Yeah, that
Got
bottom. Yeah,
See
that
how I
one.
can get,
There you
to
go.
get
We're good.
through.
Cool.
I should have lowered my music.
What's up here?
Yeah, that's what I
There's a button
did.
up here.
Let me see
Alright,
if
you
this
find-
Alright,
fish thing
I'll go
works.
get the star.
Help
Is
me.
that-
There we go.
that
That was it. That was it.
Okay, that was it. Okay.
How do I let you?
Where you at? Down?
Oh,
Oh,
alright,
Okay,
alright. That was just the button. There's.
I have the button
it.
pressed.
Alright.
Perfect.
Alright. Okay. That looks like you opened it up top. I'll go grab that one star.
All right, let's go up here.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button.
Not sure
Oh,
what that
no.
lever does. Let me
All
try.
right, recover.
Oh, I see the other one opened. Okay.
All
Okay.
right, here.
You coming back down or am I coming up?
Oh, I
Oh,
think
wait,
you
I
have
got
to.
I got
think you have.
I got a star. Hang on.
Alright.
Okay, and then I'll do the
I think you should
lever.
go back to wherever you are because that's like blocking
Okay,
you
so
from
this
coming
one?
down.
Oh, okay, got it.
Oh, there we go. Alright.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna go get that. Oh, alright. You go get it. Alright.
I already got that one down there.
I'll
Heading
press
back.
the button for you.
Alright.
Click out.
Not sure what we missed.
Press it again.
Let's see.
Up, maybe.
Up.
No,
Okay.
no,
cool.
no, you were there.
Okay. Alright, we have 3 left.
Send this a button. Let me try.
Yeah, I'll go to
You
this
got this.
on the other side.
And then I'm pressing it now.
No, wait.
Oh, I see the star.
Yeah, can you go just all the way around?
Yep. Oh,
Let me babble.
there we go. Got it.
Where to?
I
Down
need to get through
probably. I
now.
don't think we've like traversed down. Goes down now.
Oh yeah, there's one down here
Okay. Cool.
with a gate. Can you open this gate?
So the question I have is this left this valve?
No,
Yeah.
no, it's not this.
I think we
button.
can do something as a human.
Let's see.
Here we go, turning it.
The skates. I could like fly up there. And
Unless
see.
there's a
Oh no.
unless there's
Well, I got
a fish
John.
button down there.
John, do you want to try like go over to the button on the left, like where I'm at?
Okay.
And then,
There
like,
was a
let's see if
star
the
down there.
lever up there
I know
does
what
anything.
thing is.
Got it. Okay.
Yep. All right. Let's see if this does it.
It did. That opened it.
Okay. Perfect.
You coming?
I'm waiting for you.
One more star somewhere.
Where are you at?
Yep.
Oh, I'm up here. Okay.
No, yeah, it opened the gate. Oh, it closed
There
again.
we go. All right. Do we need?
I'll go open it. You can go through it. Oh, wait.
Okay. Let me. I'll get it. Okay.
Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm going to be opening the gate down below now, the water one.
All right, sounds good.
See it?
Yep. Mhm.
Oh, I see now. I can see on the other screen. I see both of us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's
Not
nothing
sure where
down
to
here
go
though.
now.
I think. Except for the one.
No.
There's no star down here. Do you want to go back to where the lever is? I'm trapped down here.
That.
Okay.
Everybody.
I don't think there's anything else like around this like.
I agree.
region.
Did that
Okay.
one.
All right, I'll go back to.
Maybe we need to
and
go.
down.
No.
Okay.
All right. Let's,
Wait,
Up,
we're here.
maybe?
Oh,
let's
wow.
see if there's nothing up
No.
here.
Everybody.
Alright.
I'm gonna go down to the.
Everybody.
Okay.
Yep. Does that do anything?
Yes, it opened the door.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna. Okay. What? There's a star right here. Okay. Grab
What's
that.
this thing?
I have no idea.
Everybody.
Oh, I'm turning it.
Oh.
Nice.
What exactly is that doing?
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
jeez.
Go drown. Ah.
Oh. Okay, I grabbed the star.
How many stars do you guys have?
We got
Where's it- where
9
does it
so
say?
far.
Oh, yeah. Holy cow.
Okay, there's a star down here. Okay, there's one over there. Okay, so we got 11. Oh, oops. I'm not sure where I think Beck and I got to like 13 stars last night. We were like just missing
Oh, there's
2. Okay, alright, you go grab it.
Oh, there's another one.
Oh. Okay. Not sure. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we got to go. We weren't up here yet.
Okay, yeah, I don't think so. Alright, let me pull that.
Where'd that go? This?
I think down. Yeah.
Everybody.
Okay, there we go. Oh,
Go ahead,
there we
go
go. There we go. Okay.
You good?
Yep.
Wait, I'll follow you.
All right, let's
There
go
we
over to. Have we been here yet? I feel like we
Doesn't look
have.
familiar now.
Okay.
Oh, there's a star.
Okay, there we go. That's done.
Can you catch? Oh, there you go.
Okay, there we go. Oh, there's one more up there. Okay.
Oh, boo.
Ooh. Okay, there's like one more like around where I'm at, but
Oh, there's a button up there.
that doesn't do it. Not sure which one does. Is it this one? See if let me nope. Is this one?
There's-
Okay.
I'm gonna push this one. See if the one in the water goes up.
Okay. The one in the water went down, but I'm not sure. The water. Oh,
Oops.
oopsies.
You got this.
It might be the lever, like on the other side. Okay.
But we gotta get through that water first.
I guess so. Yeah. Okay.
Which one made that move? Do you
I
know?
think this one right below you. Okay. Wait, no, it's not. I think it might be the one up there then. Okay, there we go.
You got it?
Alright, yep. Does this one do it?
No, not yet.
Okay, let's see. How about this one?
That's it.
Alright. We have one more.
All right.
Okay.
You want me to come your way?
Sure.
Oh, I can't. I gotta open the door for you.
Okay. This one? Does this one do it? Or no?
I can't let go of this button until you get back.
Oh, okay. Go back in. Okay. Cool.
Good. Well, we came from here, didn't we?
Guess so. Is this taking too long?
You have one more star? What do you got?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have one
Yeah,
more.
one more.
Not sure where it is.
You got it.
Okay.
If you need a hint, let me know.
So did we clear this area before we want to leave? You're good?
I think. Okay. Don't quite remember.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we came from over here.
Every robber.
Yeah, this is where we started, right?
Yeah, At least like there's something we missed there.
Every robber.
Yeah, I think this is where we started. Not sure if there's a star over here, but we can see.
Oh, lordy.
Oops.
Yeah, there was like one lever up with sand toward the end there.
Every robber.
Alright, John, you go ahead. Yep.
Every robber. Every robber.
Up. Nope.
Nope. Should we go for like one more minute and then we can maybe.
All right.
Okay.
Do it.
Just like worried about time.
Countdown.
Oops.
Does the team know where the last star is?
I mean, when the game starts, we already lost track also. I would guess.
I think can try the far right.
Yeah.
Far
Alright.
right.
Hey,
Okay.
keep going to the right then.
Okay, far right. Okay.
You
Cool.
through?
Alright, yeah, I'm through. I think I have to press this so you can come over. Yep.
All right.
Alright.
That feels good.
Okay. There we go. Wait, John's stuck over there.
That's it.
Okay.
That was it.
Okay.
Man, that looks good right there.
Whoops.
Oh.
Whatever works. There's a lever up here.
All right.
I don't think we got.
Feels,
Alright.
feels like
Yeah,
got
it feels like a
got it.
minute.
Then it must be like the bottom one, like the lowest.
Bottom.
Yeah. Like you
Okay.
have to fly all the way so like there's a shortcut just like on the left.
On the
Oh,
left.
there's no star in there. You gonna get that one? All
I think we got that one. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Going
Okay. Can probably go out. It's taking a while. We can, John, if you want to play through this, we can play through this in like one of
Yeah,
your
some
office
other
hours.
time is fine.
You wanna
Okay.
call it? We'll call it.
Yep.
Every robber.
Oh, the music.
We hope that you have fun.
All right. that was quite the journey. So for clarity, like you guys are showing the share screen right now shows you can show 4 matches at once. Is the idea?
More. Actually, there's no constraint. It's just we want to make it clear for the audience. Otherwise, as long as you have a large screen, you can host as many as possible.
Now, the only thing I could not see Karen on the 4. One was blank. I don't know what I saw. I saw the other 2 screens, but I could not find my partner. Is that true?
Actually, you have a mini map. So
I saw the mini map. I'm saying I was looking at a different screen. I have 2 screens, 2 monitors, so I was able to cheat a little bit. See the others.
I think you are the view on that window, so you can only see you in our.
Well, I mean, whoever's sharing a window right now is what I was watching. I could glance over there and see what other people were doing. So I cheated a little bit.
And this view is basically one of the characters, right? Like it's
yeah, one of. So if you are the character that's on in the host view, you cannot cheat. But if you are the other guy,
understood. Yeah, I was just telling you what I was doing.
But I mean, overall, man, like this, it took, I think Steph and I, it took us like 7 minutes to do this.
You know what, Dave? I didn't come here to be insulted.
You
just
rubbing
it in there. Gee whiz.
We don't know. I mean, I didn't mention how long it took you. I maybe.
All right. Okay. All right.
Who knows? Who knows how long it would have taken you guys to finish?
We were enjoying the environment and the experience. We didn't want to cheat them. See.
But I think, man, to the credit of you guys, like this is a very engaging experience. Like it's relatively simple. Like you guys have a 2D platformer space. And it's navigating sort of a maze of things, collecting 15 stars. So in some sense, nothing really groundbreaking in terms of like those mechanics. The transformation mechanic is really cute. The surprises of dying, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect to I think my first moment was I had the horse fall off the edge and fall into the water and die. And it's like this, it's not a huge penalty. Like you just have to wait for your character to recover. Yeah, I know you die, you get knocked out. It's hard to tell. But it's just a nice little piece that reinforces the world and like reinforces what this world's about. And it's not about failure. There's some minor penalties, but it's like 2 guests working together to get through here. And so talking to each other, like negotiating and like figuring out like what do we do. It was I think we were all talking. Like there was a lot of chatting going on, which was really nice. Like this is a very like active, cooperative world. And I think you found a really nice balance between the simplicity of what you do and the clarity of that. And it's 2 guests working their way through. And I really love the idea of an audience getting to see like 4 matches going on at once and like watching some of that failure and that sense of like, how fast can you make this run and all that stuff. It just like, I think it comes together into a complete picture of an experience that's really satisfying. Like I could imagine jumping into the Zoom call and seeing this shared screen and having some context already, like knowing that there's 4 matches going on and starting to root for one of them and like watching and things like that. So I think that like I said, there's a great balance here in terms of like just the pieces. I think the pixel style works really well. You did some good iteration on like making the stars sort of fit better within the space. The switches and the buttons are a little confusing at times. It's a little hard to remember. Like I can't tell you offhand. Well, I think I know. Like the buttons open the stone and the levers open the wood, I think. And I could see like iterating that a little bit more just for like extra clarity. Because watching, even like as I was playing it with Steph and watching John and Karen, like there's a decent amount of like, where should we go and like what will this do that may be unnecessary for the experience. So I could see things like the mini map just showing me where all the stars are, but not where the walls are. And knowing there's a star here is enough to get me going there. Because we spent the last bits of our time just like trying to search. And John, you and Karen were doing the same thing. And that's, it works okay, but I think I could see that being iterated and made a little smoother. So instead of like being confused about where the last one is, you know where it is. And on top of that, for the audience view, the thing that I was really hungry for was progress. Like how many stars do they have? And I couldn't see it on the screen. And so as a spectator watching it, I really wanted to know what the current time was. And I wanted to know how many stars you had left to go. And with that, it tells a much more complete story of what this is. But if I had these 4 screens and I could see timers running on each of them and stars left, then all of a sudden I could root for a team. And especially if there was a way to see a high score on that same screen, then I could root for a team to like break the record. And that creates just that moment for a guest to like know what it means to be a spectator. That is really, really nice. And I think that's one of the strengths of this is that clarity.
Yeah, I would almost want to maybe reverse the timer, like give us whatever many, Dave did it in 7 minutes. If you started us with 10 minutes and it start counting down, so then when it gets real close to the bottom, then maybe you can show the stars in the last minute or two. I don't mind searching for them. That was kind of fun, but I do see the frustration point at the end. It's the maze syndrome. Once Karen and I start getting lost, then it was like, oh, I don't remember if we were here, and those kinds of things start hitting me.
Yeah, I think the inverse of that could be instead of showing where the stars are, you could just show me where I've been.
Yeah, that would be nice.
And so I know I could, oh, look, there's a whole little corner of the space that I haven't been to. And that might reinforce the exploration without diminishing it.
Yeah, and I really like the conversation because Karen and I were yelling at each other. But man, the music was tough on me. And I couldn't control what I was hearing over the monitor. So I would maybe bring the music down just to, I don't mind screaming over the music, but it was just, I could hardly hear her at times.
The music is still playing in my head right now.
Yeah, it was a little bit. And can the viewers see who we are? Like, would you be able to tell that me and Karen were working together on the 4 screens? Can you tell who was working together? I didn't get a chance to look at that.
It didn't look like it to me. And I think having the name above the character would be a really nice touch too. Yeah,
something like that would be way cool. Because then I would hear them talking and I could see their characters. It would connect it a little more to me.
Yeah. But I think those, like the little details of like just sort of reinforcing, like I said, that story of what these 4 screens on the shared guest view mean would go a long way to like making this a fun world just to hop into and see what's going on.
And I get the button lever thing, the lever man. The button just felt like a big light though to me. If it was a platform that the horse would have to walk onto, that would be cool.
Yeah, I had a similar problem, which is like it didn't explain enough visually of why it had to be the horse.
Yeah, so if it was a platform and I knew the horse had to stand on that platform, it all makes sense to me then.
But I mean, overall, we played for a long while, and it was engaging for that whole experience. You guys want to pull up your sort of theming plan and experience flow?
Can you do it? Let me stop sharing.
You want to show it on your screen, Eric?
Okay. Let me go.
Yeah, or I can do that also.
Sure.
I'm just going to say something else you folks did good, I think. You didn't let us separate too far from each other, which was good. So I never had to call Karen way back from somewhere. We were always within reach of each other, which I think works well in these kinds of experiences.
Yeah. Yes. And yeah, thanks, John. And do you want to like make it a little bit bigger, or like?
Yeah. How can you do it? How can I? Yep, this way.
Yeah, that's good.
Much better.
So yeah, this is our design for the festival room. So we basically used the idea that Annie told us in the very beginning of our game for them to drink the potion, and then we'll play the animation of them transforming 3 times into bird, horse, and dolphin, and then back to human. So that means they acquire the ability to transform, and they can enter our world. And then they'll go to the Zoom call to just join the Zoom and play the game. And around all the room, we want some wallpapers that simulates the in-game fading of our like cave-like fading in the wall, on the wall. Okay. Yeah, and we also want to put the instruction page, our main page, and the scoreboard on the wall as well. And we want to put some chat booths just for spectators if they say, so like they say the host screen share and they want to chat with their teammates, or they want to find the teammates and chat with them about their strategy to complete the game. So they can watch the Zoom meeting and like mute themselves in the Zoom, but like chat here in the chat booth, so that they will not interfere the people who is actually playing the game in the Zoom, but they can still chat the strategy with each other. And then and then they can leave comment to us and exit the room. And just to add some atmosphere, we also want to put some like plush animals of our cute animals all around the room. Nice.
So I will just mention real quick, I see instructions on the wall. I did not have luck at the playtest reading some of the instructions on the wall. So you just gotta make sure that that is legible.
Okay.
When I did the playtest the other night, the festival playtest.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the nice things you have going for you is the Zoom call. It feels like guests could walk into the Zoom call without a whole lot of context and understand what's going on, which is a really big advantage. So I think for you guys, it's going to be, how do you get guests to, like, you have this idea of chatting for strategy. How do you get guests like into that mindset in the first place, that they want to chat about strategy? I think one of the questions is, when do guests start the world and get in and sort of like team up? I'm just trying to think. Yeah, there's a little bit of like, I can imagine one of the challenges your world's going to have is, I start the world and I need to negotiate. I need to sort of like cooperate with someone to get into the world I want to get into with them, but I have no communication at that point with them. And so I think that's one question I would have is, the guests who are going to play the world, like when do they run the world, and when do they know which room they're getting into? Because we actually had, like, John, you and I sort of had this thing, like we got in, it's like there's multiple rooms. It's like, I joined room 1, like I joined room 2, and like there was no way to, even though we were even connected over Zoom, we didn't know, we weren't ready for that. And so I think getting guests ready for the idea of, if you want to team up, like how to like make that work and happen, might be something you'll I don't know if you can figure it out right now, but I think be ready for how to make that happen, how to make that work, and work with people.
Yeah, again, just when I was going into the tents the other night, it took so long, not so long, but it took me a little while to understand where to go, what to do. And then by the time I got into the experience, it felt like I already got my tutorial. But then I had to learn how to play the game. So the quicker you can get people in and out, then they will pay attention to how to play the game. If you kill them just getting in the door, then they're going to fade, especially after they've done 3 other worlds.
So one thing you might consider is and I think you sort of have this, right? Your shared screen could show empty Zoom rooms. I mean, empty worlds, right? You've got a room set up. And it's like room 1, room 2. Like room 1 and room 2 are full and currently being played. But it's clear that rooms 3 and 4 are empty. And I could join the Zoom call with people I want to play with. And we could even chat through Zoom, like, hey, you want to go join room 2? Let's go do it. And we could sort of use that flow to navigate. But I think one thing you kind of need to own is that's going to take a little piece of planning and communication. And so when and where is that happening will be important to know.
One real quick thing too. One of the cool things about walking through the worlds is they put you in the mode right away. They make you feel and get into the character, and you folks are sort of doing that. But if there was a better way, okay, I'll go with your drinks, but it feels like a magic potion drink or game more than somebody's a bird, somebody's a human. Like if there was a bird feeder or a bird bath, a hay bale thing, a hamburger and a fish laying on a snack bar, then I don't know if that's making sense to you folks. You know what I mean? It's a cool environment to take advantage of if you can take advantage of it.
Yeah, and I think I'd push you guys a little bit one of my reactions is plush animals. Your animals aren't plush.
Yeah, there you go. That's my point, right?
So, and I think the magic potion doesn't show up in the world itself. And
Agreed.
So, I do want to know a little bit more, like, to see what your world is in this space. And your world is, well, it's pixel, which actually matches the style of the festival in of itself. It's also like platforming and puzzly, and stars are a big deal. So I think I would work on sort of connecting this space to your world rather than trying to tell sort of extra story. And the potions are good, but the danger is they could be confusing. And is it possible to transform the avatars into animals and back to human from in this space? I'm seeing a head shake from someone on this Cloudworks team. So just, I think I would aim for the environment feels like the entry point to the world. And I would like the stars and actually the switches and stuff like that. There's pieces that are nice and clear, and I would lean on that.
If only there was a way to visually tell a story, boy, that would be amazing, huh? I'm just saying. There you go.
If only, John.
I'm telling you, I really like the potion thing. I don't know about that. I like the idea, but if you can't change the people into something, even if you just had like the 4 stars with the symbols on it, and then I could click on something, you know what I mean? I don't know what Annie, there's no interaction, right? They can't make something happen when they click on something.
They can. Like if you click on it, it can trigger either sound effects or you can trigger a 2D sprite that pop ups, either a chat box, chat bubbles, or anything.
Yeah.
And our team, sorry.
So I was just going to say, so it could be something as simple as like what Dave's saying, stars with the animals on the star, and then when I click it, or something. I think you guys got to get a little simpler in your theming and just direct it right to the 4 animals, and just make me feel that. I think.
Yeah, but the big strength of your world is like you got simplicity and clarity that's working really well.
Yes.
And I actually have a lot of confidence that you can get guests to come in and watch the worlds and understand and enjoy it.
Yep.
And then want to play and do the same. And I think that's a great place to be in.
This would be an easy world when people are walking around. You should go play the animal thing where you're switching. This is going to be a good experience. I think you folks did a good job. I think.
Yeah. Great work, guys.
Thank you.
I didn't get to see the man drown though. That's the only thing. I forgot.
I think I watched it happen.
I did get to see that.
I believe his eyes actually went through a sequence that was like, oh, that wasn't good for him. All right. So that brings us to team.
I'm sorry. One more quick thing, and this could be to everybody in the room again. The other thing that threw me a little bit in the playtest is I didn't know when I was done in a certain number. Like number 1, I'm supposed to do this. Number 2, I'm supposed to do this. So if you have a table with the potions on it, do I have to drink all 3 of those, or do I have to sort of let me know I am done with that, or you did what you had to do? Cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, team 44. We get videos flipped on and tell us what you want us to do.
So this is the Air Console one. So either I can probably run it. So I will let you know when the code is ready. Setting that up right now.
All right, I'm getting our console loaded up. So it's going to be me, John, you're going to join, and then we need a third, right?
We have Steph volunteered.
All right, Steph, you're good.
If you're like, or
And Steph, are you sharing your screen then, or what's the deal?
All right. As soon as Ngrok finishes setting up, I'll just let you guys listen to the music.
Oh.
So in this game, you can be a head, the hands, or the feet. And if you want to be a certain one, like we could tell you the order to join, and you can get the role you want.
I'm happy to be whatever I end up being.
would it be a better experience if we all pick something different, or doesn't it matter?
You will be different roles no matter what.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
All right. Yeah, so if you just join, that is the code.
All right. Waiting for my siblings. Okay.
Steph, do you want to turn on the volume a little bit? Your
It's up. Give me a second.
it's a little bit low comparing to everyone's.
I'm gonna wait until the start ends. Okay.
All right, I'm the head. Talk to humans.
Oh Lordy,
Signs.
you folks are in trouble. I'm gonna be walking the wrong way. I'll tell you that.
We got
that
this.
better?
We got this.
Change to the fish. Change to the fish.
Can you hear it better now?
It's still
Yep.
pretty quiet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's cutting in and out for me.
It's as loud as I can make it right now, and yeah, I'm sharing sound. It's optimized for video.
See, there I hear
It's
it.
better now, yeah.
It's better now.
Oh,
I didn't
now
do
I think
anything.
it cuts in and out when people are talking.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that was
it's
it.
the background filter of Zoom killing you.
Ah.
All right, let's do this.
Woo!
All right, I'm going to talk.
I walk to the desk.
All right. Instructor Essett, you are here for the wizard license exam. I'm going to need to see a spell before you proceed. All right. You're a strangely proportioned fellow, you know. Are you really human? Yes, we're human. Tap the drunken spell icon. All right. For wait, we're gonna cast a spell. We're
Okay.
gonna cast Jack Daniels, I guess.
Okay.
It's straight down the middle column. I guess we're gonna make this we're gonna make her drunk. We're gonna make ourselves drunk.
I think we made her drunk.
There we go. The whole world is wobbling. I need to take a break. Okay, that works. I think we've.
We're supposed to walk to the exit. Where's the exit? Wait, don't
Entrance.
tell me.
The entrance, not the exit.
Something wrong.
It doesn't seem to be working. Oh, there we go.
Yes.
I think I would go to the right,
I'm trying.
Oh.
up past the.
I'm yeah. I'm pushing up and it's going down. Hang on a second.
Okay. I mean, there's 3 gnomes on top of your shoulders, so it makes sense that you're struggling.
And I was drunk.
No,
See?
just 2 gnomes. Sorry, 2 gnomes on your shoulders. All right, let's go into the mysterious cave.
Okay, there we go. Just to be clear, I knew where I was supposed to be going. I just had a little bit of navigation problem.
All right. So let's talk to her. All right, I'm gonna talk. Instructor Narek, welcome to the Trial of Darkness, where you must illuminate your own path forward. Beware, one moment of carelessness may cause you to stub a toe. Here's a map and a couple of spells to help you out. Well, it won't be my toe getting stubbed.
Yeah, really. Great.
Whoa, we got a bunch of spells. So let's do this. There's a spell Brilliance, which is a square around the outer edges of the square. So basically just the outer outline of the full square. There we go. Hooray.
Where you folks want to go?
I guess It looks a little bit maze-like. Oh,
Oh, geez.
I'm
Cast
lighting
spell
it up
again.
again.
all right. Can we go around that? Yeah, I guess keep going.
Yeah, it's just not.
All right, wait. There's a sign right here. The correct answer is not always right, yet be indecisive and you may be caught in the middle. That choice that leaves just a single choice, but which one is left? So I think we go through one of these doors. I'm guessing the left one. I've got a spell.
Okay.
It's a diamond shape. So
All right.
you got it?
Oh, Lord.
Go.
Oh, good gravy. We're going in.
All right, let's go in. All right, another person to talk to. Whoa. All right, Instructor Fetz, welcome to the Trial of Truth. Here are your map and spells. Good luck, and I hope you don't die. That's great. I have to clean up afterwards if that happens. I'm not paid enough to do that.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, my screen just got, exploded with a bunch of extra spells. That's what I'm looking at right now.
Oh boy.
So yeah, what are we doing? I've got Open Sesame, wings, we can fly.
Yeah, you want to go across the river?
Set things on fire. We can summon something, a random creature. Oh, I've got a map. Look at that. I didn't realize I had a map. Wait, I got a map of the space now. Okay, I gotcha. Let's cross the river.
So we got to fly.
Do that. Let's fly. All right. It's a sideways hourglass.
Okay. Got it.
All right. You want to go?
Oh! Heavens to Betsy.
Wait, go to the sign.
Yeah.
I guess we don't want to do that, huh?
Oh no, we can't go back.
Oh, geez.
Wait, can we fly?
Let me try flying.
Don't fly into the water.
We might. Oh no. Oh, okay.
Woohoo!
All right. Okay, caution, watch your step ahead. Weight capacity per unit, 2/3 of a human. Note, by Fetz, repairing this floor is impossible. If only we had a way of getting rid of the whole darn thing. I do have a fire spell.
Okay.
Do we set things on fire?
Yep.
Sure.
All right, it's down. Basically the three sides of a square, left, bottom, right, and then a triangle down in the middle.
Got it.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
All right. Sure, let's walk on it. I've got a map that actually shows the stepping stones. So diagonally up to the right is safe, I think.
Diagonal. I can't go real diagonal, so.
Yeah, just go straight. Go to the right now. Yeah. Step your feet. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, nice.
All
Okay.
right. Now we're gonna need to go up, go sort of north, I guess, but we're gonna have to fly.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
So the hourglass, sideways hourglass shape.
Got it.
Whoa.
All right. Now, yeah, go west.
Okay. Keep going.
Yeah, we're good.
I trust you. Oh, look at that.
All right, now go to the edge, the western edge, and we're gonna fly north.
Okay.
I don't wanna-
You're gonna need to face north, right?
Yeah, sure, you're good. Face north from here. Just don't fall off.
You're still facing west, John.
My machine is about to restart. I'm trying to stop it from restarting.
Oh, okay.
You want me to fly north, is what you're saying, yeah?
There we go.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. Let's fly. All right.
Oh, jeez.
Uh,
Oh, heavens to Betsy.
but it looks like we can see all this stuff. So just like, You guys take care of it. Don't worry. You got it.
All right.
Whoa, stop.
Maybe move a little more forward.
Yeah, right.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, there's a delay here. I'm afraid to move because it.
All right. Now you can just go west without any concerns.
Yeah.
And then go north. Oh, wait. It looks. I think you'll be fine if you just walk, but you maybe, yeah, just walk north. Go for it. And I think cast fire.
Okay. I think we can go through now.
All right. Let's talk to her. All right. Wait. Back up a little bit. Here we go. Instructor Aina, welcome to the final trial, everyone's favorite, the water level. Everyone loves the water level. You've come this far. I'm sure you can figure it out, but here's one hint. Help the sprout out and it might return the favor. All right, I've got some more spells. I got water, so we can cast water, I guess, on the plant.
Okay.
And it's a sort of like a house shape. So middle of the left down all the way across the bottom, up to the middle on the right, and then diagonal to the middle top, down to the start point.
Wait, say it one more time.
It looks like a little house. So start, if you want, middle left, and
Okay.
then go down, across the bottom, up to the middle right, and then diagonally up to the middle top.
Okay, got it.
Maybe cast water on her. Oh man, this is a bigger map. All right, so we need to walk over to that plant.
Okay.
Oi.
All right.
I guess I'm going on that.
Sure. I've got a wind spell, and it's relatively simple. It's just the top of the house you drew, nothing else.
Okay. Okay, we need to face opposite of where we want to go then.
Which way should I? See, that one made me go. It's not turning. I can't. Whoop. Yeah, it's not letting me turn.
It won't let you move down.
Oh, there we go. This is all I can do.
Oh, there we go. Oh. I think we're stuck.
All right, keep this going. Oh, look. Oh, there's a sign right there, guys. Can you walk to that sign? Can you get a little close enough? I got it. If the gate is jammed shut, try dumping some water on the wheel next to it. That usually does the trick.
There's the water. There's the wheel.
All right, so the water spell again was that house shape.
Okay.
All right. All right. You basically want to go north. So I would go east of this little island.
Jeez.
All right, now like just go north.
Okay.
Keep it going.
Oh, we're stuck.
Don't get stuck.
And she's not turning. Oh wait, there we go.
All right, it's good. Do one more.
Oh.
All right, can you fly off that?
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Oh no!
Oh, gee, witty crickets.
All right, keep going.
There we go.
There we go. Good. All right.
Okay, let's fly. This
I am
time.
not. Yeah, oh, don't. This is what happened last time, and that lead moved.
Okay, try moving down first and then turn around.
I'm trying to move. It's
Alright.
Careful.
easy.
All right, flying is the sideways hourglass.
Okay. Okay.
There we go. Looks good.
Whew.
All right. I think we've got Evad the Wise. Hello there. Welcome. Wait, you look a little bit weird. Your head is really small and your hands are kind of in a weird place. Are you really a human? Maybe I drank a bit too much last night and it's still making me see things. I'm still feeling a bit woozy. So
What was the woozy spell again?
wait. Sure, let's make her drunk. Straight down the middle. Yay! And I guess for reference, like there's some other things we could have done. There was like a summon spell, which we didn't do. This is the final thing. And I can show you, I had like a map. So I was sort of navigating the different things on.
Yeah, I can show mine. It was just like a little color square.
I just had the. Oh, you can't see that. Ooh, magic! I just had direction keys.
Gotcha. Right. We did it. We got all the way through. It took us a little over 13 minutes. And John, that was your first time trying it, because we've sort of seen this as it's been developing. I felt like we were working together decently well. I think one of the things you guys iterated successfully was like getting that sense of collaboration. And there was more of that. Okay, like who's doing what? Like for instance, the wind spell connecting with the movement and direction, all that stuff seemed to be just more cooperative and more integrated. The talking and getting the sort of the setup of what we need to do, and the story at the beginning really helped center the story of we are 3 gnomes trying to get the certificate. So just the idea of what we're trying to achieve and what that goal looks like was so much clearer now. I think there is some clarity that would be nice to have. Like the beginning, you kind of have to piece together that we're not human. Like we see these things like requirements. You have to be this tall. You have to be human. It's like we have no idea how tall that character really is. So there's there's a little bit of like built upon some assumptions that may not be there. But just that setup of we're trying to get this certificate. We're trying to be a wizard. So we're going here helps a lot. And especially for the ending, like it completes that arc. Like I said, the cooperation, we were talking a lot and working through that. I think overall the experience is too long. I think if I like give one major thing I felt like when we successfully navigated the stones across the hidden space, like that was going to be enough. Like I was like, I'm ready to get my wizard certificate here. And then we had another level. And so there was, I think, a lot of sort of repetition of stuff. Like we ended up executing on things that we had to execute multiple times over. And so I think that repetition didn't serve the world as well as all the new moments and having to like do that new thing as one. But I mean, on the other side of that, we successfully got through it, and almost getting there and having to like restart was a moment. I think that failure moment at the very end is not really what you want to get to. You don't really want to establish those stakes and that you failed and need to retry moment right there. It's a kind of a classic problem sometimes where the just getting off the thing like causes you to die, that transition point. So it was a very familiar video game move, honestly, of like that stuff. But I think of all the stuff, that's where I would look to like iterate this if you did it for jury. I mean, John, I got the sense that the controls were frustrating.
Yes, there was a delay there. So I didn't know if it was moving. And by the time I hit the button again, it went too far. And I think that's what killed us at the end.
Yeah. And you might, and also like the other piece of that is the clear visuals of which way am I facing? Like we were sort of discussing, like we need to go north, east, south, and west. And the flying and the wind both are direction dependent. And that, I think I never had great confidence that we were facing in the right direction. And I think lacking that was a little frustrating. And I could even see just going UI on this and giving the character an arrow to like reinforce that. But it was something that left me always a little bit nervous that we weren't facing the right way. And I think that's like a little bit of the measurement here is how much confidence do the guests have in the mechanics, the tools, the interface. And you want them to have confidence in that and have the doubt sort of in their ability to work together.
So I'd like to bounce off that just a little bit. In the movement, like in a real experience, if I was just playing this on my own or on a console, when I turn and move and I just turn, it's a lot different. In this remote thing, when I was trying to turn, it also moved, which was weird. You know what I mean? So that was causing me a little bit of grief. I was afraid to turn because she would have stepped off the leaf, or I was afraid to turn because so yes, turning in the appropriate direction, it feels like that could be tweaked somehow.
Yeah, and it may be the case that the lag means to put this more into a discrete space where you click and you move a discrete square and things like that. And it's all about sort of like just the balance of what works for the guests. And it seems like movement right now you can get it to work, but it's got more of a layer of frustration than it does a layer of intentional challenge.
Yeah. It felt like a Twitch game to me.
You mean like play over Twitch or like a reaction-based game?
Reactives kind of thing.
Hey,
I want to contradict Dave just a little bit. I agree that it's too long, but if I was playing this alone, it's kind of cool. Or if I was playing it with my family, it's kind of cool. So I could see where you folks were heading, but for festival, I'm agreeing with Dave that it would have been neat to just achieve one or two of those the rocks, or just to move one direction on the leaf, just to see that I was accomplishing the spells rather than making us weave or walk.
And I think what I would do is I would like the watering the plant is unnecessary. As an issue, like is there a reason like can you do this without watering the plant? Is it optional?
You need to
about like you need to water the plant so the leaf will.
Oh, I know, but like,
yeah. But I mean, yeah, like I mean, I think we thought it would be cool to just water a plant. That was the motivation for that.
And so I guess this is where, like, if you're trimming for, if you might need to trim for jury. It's like, I think it's a question, but like if this world took a long time, and it felt like it took a long time. And some of that was we failed and we had to restart. Now the truth is it didn't take us all that long to like journey back through that stuff. But you have moments where it's kind of slow, and those moments are like, we have to water the plant to get the leaf. And you could just like shortcut that to, there's a leaf there waiting for us to get on, right? And what I would look at is, where do you want your time spent? And we've done, up to this, getting into this point, we've done a decent amount of spell casting. And the interesting spell casting here, like the final journey on the leaf, is this cooperative effort between the person controlling the feat and the person casting to make sure we cast in the right direction. And I think to some degree, like, you can let that be the whole experience. You don't have to add in the other pieces of, oh, there's a new spell, cast a new spell to make this happen. The water wheel is a little bit different. I think that felt like more in line with the like navigating on the boat. But I think it is I think there's just how do you make this a compelling experience to watch and see go through festival? And the moments where it's just sort of like, do what you're told and like make this happen are less interesting. And the moments of the person controlling the feat is like nervous about getting too close to the edge of the leaf, but we're still going to cast it anyway. And we're going to like bump into the wall. And like, we're sort of like, we are a unit trying to do stuff. Those are the interesting ones to have happen. In fact, like the truth is, like, when, I don't know if there's room in this to iterate this way, but dying is interesting, right? Where we collectively struggle, we know what we need to do and we mess up, is more interesting than we know what we need to do and we just do it right. And so I think that's a little bit of to think about for jury. That said, jury knows how to interpret things. And if you're like, hey, this is being designed for festival in this way, and this is how we want people to watch it, that could be something that you talk through as opposed to necessarily put into the world itself. I guess to that end, your theming stuff.
I just want to mention real quick, this is a good exercise in not only knowing who you're designing for, but what you're designing for. Because I love solving puzzles and I love casting spells, and I could imagine this game being big. But the critiques we're giving you is focused on the audience and the deliverable platform you're aiming at, you're targeting it. So just if you're thinking that way, I think this is a hit. That's all. Thanks.
Ooh.
I would just like to share with everybody, my cat just gave me a hairball. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll just describe this like concept art. So when you come in, you like on the wall, it's like gnomes in a row. It's a 3-player co-op air console game. Just so like, I don't know, if you're not into that, you can just leave right away. And when you walk in, it's like now you're in like the DMV waiting room essentially. And you talk to the instructor, like the first one, and she like reminds you to like download Air Console, and you can go to the chat booth where we'll have one person standing there to like answer questions if anyone's confused about anything. And then the other sprites in the room, you can like, they just have they'll have like animated sprite chat bubbles that'll like just give story dialogue sort of. And then when you're ready, you go to this stage place to join a Zoom call. And then afterwards, you can leave a comment at the customer service place. So I'll let you two talk about, okay, I'll like go over the guest flow generally. So when you join the Zoom call, you'll join like a main Zoom room where we'll have someone like show like some like intro story stuff, like a trailer for the game, and take names for like the 3 people to play the game. So like it could be like 3 random strangers, or if you come in with a group of people, then we'll like take down that like these 3 people want to play together. And then when it's like your turn, you'll be moved to a breakout room to actually play the game.
Is there a world where we can watch if we want?
So if people do want to watch, we will move them into the breakout room and they can spectate in there. Yeah, so we just decided, well, it's not decided yet, but we were thinking about having 2 rooms because during the playtest on Sunday, when people came in and tried to talk, it would disrupt the guests who are already like playing and trying to communicate with each other. So we're gonna have the main room as the entrance area so that people who just want to like ask about what the game is, they can just talk to us without disrupting the guests who are actually playing the game. And if they want to spectate, then we can just send them in. And people who want to play and are willing to wait, we can write down their names so that we know who's in line.
Okay.
I'm sorry, is it possible for like in the main room you still kind of share a screen so that they can spectate without being in the same room with who's actually playing?
I'm
Sure
not
how that
sure.
work though, because you have, or I guess, because the person sharing the world is already sharing their screen with one Zoom meeting. Like if there's a way to make that like possible, that'd be a
That'd
good
be
idea, but we don't know how to do that.
OBS.
Yeah,
Like
so
live
instead of that,
stream. Yeah, live stream on your own and then share that live stream in the Zoom.
But yeah, I think that will be one of the things that guests will wonder about is just like, can I just watch it? My hunch is going into someone else's breakout room will feel a little weird as a spectator. But I think I like the idea of being able to support multiple instances and spin that off and make that happen. I think this falls into the category of how you get this to run will take some iteration and take some planning. One thing I do think as a guest, and this kind of goes for most of the worlds, but a sense of how long this will be. I kind of want to know that this, is a 10-minute plus experience in its current state. And, sort of I'm bought into that. I really like the theming of like setting up the entrance space of like, you said you got a world here, which is interesting, which is we're going, there's a place that offers wizard licenses and setting up that story. Like you are guests and your goal here is to get a wizard's license. I think is a great entry point to this. And so bringing that to life will be really good. Yeah, so I think just clarity of I need to get Eris console, and then if you want to, it's teams of 3 and come and go do this will be essential. But then the world carries a lot of the understanding of what to do from there. So it's in good shape. And I wonder just a little bit like spectator, like what is the spectator experience? And I think that's just going to be important clarity for jury is, how much is this designed to be a 3-player experience and you sort of come and do it and you don't share it, you don't really spectate. It's just about coming in and doing it. And how much do you want a large population of spectators to have experienced this just by watching it? And that I think the solution of like the main lobby is kind of like showing a live stream of like one of the breakout rooms could be if you can get that to work, that could be a good middle point for this.
Speaking to the festival, I don't want to ruin things here either, but I would have loved to enter a tent and see a video or a screen capture of a game in process. So somebody could say, this is what the game is like. Here's what you would do without interrupting the game. So I like your idea of having an entry room first. That's all. I like that idea, but if you could figure out how to do it live, that would be cool.
Yeah. But I mean, you guys did a great job of iterating this. I mean, making the cooperation feel essential and making it feel like we were working together. I think the 2 main things I would look at are just the controls for the person controlling the feet, and then the pacing. And like, can you think about getting the pacing into a place? And I think especially for jury, the pacing, like part of what influences the pacing is the intent of the pacing. Like John was saying, if this is designed for an audience to watch, like that pacing has very different needs. But if this is pacing meant to be just 3 players playing together on their own time and their own like agenda, then the pacing can be different. It's not like, this is where festivals going to get into a weird space. Like we don't really know how much it's like the festival can be, hey, come and play this thing. We're offering the server, but you go and do it. No one's really watching, versus, hey, we have a main stage and that's where the game happens. And if you want to play, you go up on the main stage and play, and you're part of the show. So you guys like kind of making some decisions about that will help jury judge your world, so to speak.
Yeah, there's a difference in being an audience and participating in the play itself, or just observing, right? And if I'm just observing to get the feel of what the game's like, and if I want to play this or how to play, then you could just show me a capture of this in the lobby and let me jump in. But if I'm actually a part of cheering for the people and want to be a part of it, then I think that's a different situation.
Yeah, and I think to that end, the capture wants to, I think you want to make a video that captures in a short way and shows the 3 phone interfaces.
Agreed.
Because I think that's a piece of this that could be really, really helpful, is just a sense of what other people see and being ready for that.
Agreed. All the worlds, man. I would have loved to have had that the other night.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Well, good work, guys. Good work getting the visuals iterated. Like the gnomes look a lot more like gnomes stacked together. They're really cute. The level design's been iterated in a way that feels much more intentional and tighter. And yeah, we made it. We made it in under 20 minutes too. So.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
If we have spectators like watching like the gameplay, like part of it is like solving puzzles, and like if you already know how to solve the puzzle, like wouldn't that affect?
That's why I like the edit of a capture. Then you can just show them specific things, right? Yeah. They won't see the whole thing. They would just see the, like Dave saying, the interface of the phone, a movement, those kinds of things.
And there's a good chance. So funny things happen when you watch things. If I'm watching and I have no idea about the world, then I'm watching just to like understand the world itself. There's a very good chance I'm going to forget details like to the puzzles. If I'm watching to learn like puzzle solutions, then I'm going to remember them. So I wouldn't be surprised if you would end up in a place where even though you're delivering answers to people, they still didn't learn them.
Agreed.
Cool. All right. Great work, guys. And with that, I think we're moving on to the last team, the last world of BVW, Team 45.
Oh, this is bittersweet.
So,
all right. How do you want to do this?
You said 45?
Team 45.
So I will be sharing a screen for a very brief tutorial video, and also I will be sharing the master view so all the audiences can see it. And one of you can be the hider and the other can be the seeker.
John, do you want to hide or do you want to seek?
I will seek.
All right, I'll hide. All right, so we've got hider and seeker figured out. We're going to watch a video and then you'll tell us what to do?
yes.
Yes.
All right.
Should computer sound optimize. Okay.
The tallest talismans are placed around the living room form a barrier, which will prevent you from leaving the room. You have nowhere to flee now, ghost. Show yourself, and I will send you to reincarnation.
Come out to play. I will hide and you will find me. We'll have more fun than I've had in years.
This ghost is very cunning, hiding in the furniture. I need to place the Taoist talisman on the right object in order to evict her. Since she can teleport from one furniture to another, I'll need help from the guardian spirits of this land. The guardian spirits of this land are willing to help me. I can communicate with them until the incense sticks burn out. In 3 minutes. Guardian spirits, please help me find this ghost. If you know which furniture the ghost is possessed, give me a sign. And write a hint on this yellow paper.
You may have the guardian spirits, but only until the incense burns out. If you can't find me by then, it will be too late for you.
And then yeah, this part was for the playtesting in the Cloudworks world. So yeah. So we know who's going to be the hider and the seeker, correct?
I am still downloading.
Okay.
Okay. And for the guardian spirits, everyone in the Zoom is a guardian spirit. We'll be hosting poll for the hints, and everyone can vote for the hint word that you can choose to give to the seeker. Just let me know when you guys have the beard.
I'm at 2 gigabytes. How big is this thing?
Did you
around
download
2 gigabytes.
the whole final or just
I just saw what was in the drive. It just says final zip is the thing I'm downloading.
Oh. So the final zip is pretty huge.
So
yeah,
which
that would have
should
all
I
your
be
builds.
downloading? That's the only thing I saw on the drive.
It'll be I think just let the download continue.
Yeah.
Is there somewhere else I should have looked? I'm in Team 45 folder and there's only one file in there. It's a zip, final zip.
I'm not sure what folder you're in if there's only one file in it.
I made a zip file.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
And I think, I mean, if I zip up seeker, then it ends up being that's still pretty big.
yeah.
So I don't think there's an enormous amount of savings to like try to redirect here.
Yeah.
I will do whatever's convenient. I'm up to 3. Oh, wait. I think I've just got it.
Okay.
Yeah, it just landed. So let me grab it.
All right. I'm going to run hider, right?
Yes, go ahead.
I'm decompressing.
And when you guys are in the game, don't look at Zoom anymore, because there'll be hints there.
So in the festival, we
see
can
the hider is in.
with breakout rooms, but yeah.
So I'm just going to, while this is decompressing, I'm just going to talk real quick. Reading all that, I felt worried that I was going to miss something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of instruction, a lot of story, a lot of, and
yeah,
that would be my main concern right there. I'm about 75% right now.
Great.
What is it?
So just a quick note. So later for the post, we are going to use an external website for the poll.
All right, here we go.
Because Zoom is not really working on this today. And take, if you're in this, you're already in this room, so you can just probably just play around try to interact with things, possess things. Don't possess too many things.
Nice.
And have 3 possession checks.
If I click on things right now, it'll count as me checking for possession, right?
No, only if you possess it, but you can't interact as many times as you can.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Okay, I just sent in the link in the chat. That's where we will have the polling, and we'll share the code as when it's time. And you can just enter the code and then cast your vote.
Ooh, okay. I can. When I interact with things, there's a cooldown. It seems like you can't just spam.
So I started it and my cursor disappeared.
Okay, so John, you started the
Seeker is what I am.
Yes. Okay.
I started Seeker.
We don't see it. Shall we just start again? Maybe it's...
Yeah, I think we need.
Oh wait,
to...
I'm in. There it is.
You're in. Okay.
I see John.
Oh. Okay.
All
okay.
right.
And Dave, are you
Nice.
currently possessing an object?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool.
So the
Yes,
yellow line directs on where the ghost is currently hiding to. Just the audience know. Okay.
So I clicked on it on something and it came up with evict, and I don't want to evict yet. I want to just get rid of that, but I'm going to hit it. It's not going
You kind of have to be careful with that because right now when you click something, you kind of have to evict it. So
it's not letting me do anything right now. I'm hitting.
So you can
Q.
press Q.
Oh wait, there I tried it. Oh, okay. Paper left.
Can you pull up the poll 3, Annie?
Poll 3? Okay.
Yes.
Poll 3.
I'm afraid to click on something.
John, you can move with WASD as well.
Yeah.
And what are my hint words for?
WASD coming up with a poll. So
Oh, I hear radio.
Poll 3 code is in the chat. So if everyone can put in the chat on the website, you'll be seeing some options, and you can submit the options. Staff will share the results with everyone.
And as for the hider, you can also move your mouse to like look around.
Camera just needs to move a little. You see, we got
Okay,
the call.
Annie, can you give us the highest chosen result
Okay, Staff.
in the poll?
Hide.
Hide.
There isn't a highest answer right now.
Sorry, which one is the highest?
There isn't one.
Oh.
Is it a tie?
Oh, okay, wait. We have a highest one. I'll give it in the chat.
Okay. Noise.
Okay. Are we ready for the next poll?
Yes. Next poll will be poll 1.
Poll 1. Okay. I have the poll 1 ready.
Doesn't seem to be listening.
Okay, do we have a poll winner yet?
Yeah, Steph sent it into the chat.
Okay, so the second hint is like okay. Can we have the code 4?
Code 4. A quick question. Should we hear any sound?
Do you not hear like the clock ticking or
I heard,
anything?
oh, okay. The clicking. So no background music, right?
Correct. Yeah, the background music
Okay.
is working differently now.
No problem. Okay. Code 4 coming up. Yes. So the Zoom polling, we tried to use that, but today it's not letting us to use it. We were planning to use that because we tested it last night, but somehow.
Yeah, I'm pretty. I don't know what I only have one more thing left, and I'm just waiting for your sound. Or some movement. Supposed to be doing more.
Let me know when you have a poll winner so we can give John the hint. Oh, Ghost Wing.
Right.
Sorry, that doesn't go too well because of the poll thing. You're supposed to have a poll inside of Zoom, which makes the thing much faster.
Do we want to try again at all, or?
I guess, John, if you were the hider, you were looking for basically you're looking for clues. What clues? So you got one clue?
I wasn't getting much of anything on my end. I was just walking around. All the hints were nothing was lighting. I just walked around and was trying to guess where you were.
Did any hints go through?
Nothing. I got nothing.
That's not supposed to happen.
I mean, what was I supposed to be on the screen? I wasn't looking at Zoom. You told me not.
Right.
On the top left corner, there should be a hint. Then it should display a few words.
I have all the words: wood, metal, fire, act. They're all still on my screen. Open, noise, move, hand, square, circle. I have a grid of hints that are all lit up right now. I could share my
top.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's not going to let me share screen because I don't know where my cursor is. Yeah, so no, I was not getting that. Right now, I do, yeah. So if you're disconnected, let me check this. So this, I don't know if this block right here with all those hint words, that was on my screen the whole time. Should that have been there the whole time?
Yes, it should be. And
And should,
also on the top left corner, there should be a word called hint, and then it should list out the hint that we'll get.
Nothing
I,
appeared in the top left corner for you?
I did not notice that.
Okay.
I could be wrong. If we can run it again, maybe I could see if it's there. I did not notice it.
We can try to run it quickly.
Yeah, because maybe I was doing something incorrectly.
Let's switch roles.
I'd like to see if I can get the error going again.
Okay.
Yeah, I see the word hint, but nothing ever came up there.
I never saw a hint come through either if I was supposed to see hints.
Do we have the video recording of the seeker build? That might be faster to play that.
I can do that. Let me. Yeah, let me.
Yeah, I could have maybe just been missing that because I was trying to figure out where. I missed that in your instructions too, maybe. I should have been paying more. I was listening to Annie call out things. I don't know if I should have been doing that.
No, it's okay. The video was more about like establishing the story.
Got it.
So this is where. Do you want me to fast forward anything? This is the.
I'm looking through the whole video and it looks like it was a bug last night that that came up as well. So never mind.
Okay.
Sorry. So yeah, the hint word was supposed to appear next to where it says hint, and we sent you 3 hints. So.
All right. Well, what were the hints? Like, tell John. Like, let's hear them.
Yeah.
I think it is wood, noise. Yeah, I think it's noise and wood.
So the thing that was throwing me is I was looking at all those hint words. That's not for me though, right? It doesn't matter as the seeker, those words. That's for people to pick one, right? For the viewers to pick, is that correct?
That's true, yes.
Yeah, so
we kept them all up because in the second interim, Mo wanted to know kind of like what was the other options that they weren't picking.
Totally get it. It would have.
For the seeker, you can also look at the words, the papers on the table. Whatever paper flows up, the word on it is the hint.
Oh, see, I was looking at those. I did not see words on them. They just looked like glowing paper. I could be wrong on that as well.
Probably because the lighting is too strong. Like
could be. So, and those hints were supposed to tell me where the audience thinks the ghost is. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So if wood came up, then I would think of the cupboard, or I would look at, I think there was a box in there. And if I heard noise, I would think of the TV or the radio.
Yes.
Let me see what these other hint words. I'll just tell you what I would have been thinking. So if you know if I was even. So fire, I don't remember. I don't remember what a fire would be. Dead, square, noise. Yeah, metal. Metal. I would have went to. My goodness, the refrigerator.
I can tell you where I was, John.
Well, I'm trying to see if the hints would have even helped me. Like these hints, a circle. I don't know what I would have went to for a circle. Oh, the clock. I would have probably went to. Or am I doing the right kind of thing that you want the user to do?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, so the square could have been the cabinets, or it could have been the TV or the radio. Open could have been a refrigerator. The alive would have been the fish tank. I was in a fish the other night. I didn't see fish there today. But if that's what you're trying to do, I get air would have been the fan on the ceiling. Move, I don't know what that one would have been. Hand. Again, I'd have to see the room again. But if that's what you're trying to do, and those hints, it wasn't clear enough because I wasn't getting the hints. So if I would have got the hints then, and how fast can Dave move? If you give me the hint that it's a circle and I go to click on the clock, he can get out of there quick enough before.
If he's been smart, he has a cooldown timer. So if he's been smart about his cooldown timer, then he can get out of the way.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
And is he getting the same kind of hint? So he's thinking, oh no, I got to get out of here because he's going to know. What is his motivation to move?
He's supposed to get the same hint.
That's
that
what I'm
will
asking.
expose
Okay,
his position.
understood. So that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, and I was watching, and one like it basically. So I was in the ceiling fan, and so if air came through as a hint, I was leaving. But I was like, that was like the one I was watching for. And
See, I thought I clicked on the ceiling fan. So anyway, yeah, I like the premise. I like the atmosphere. I like the sound. I like everything feels good except for the execution didn't work real well. Other than that.
Well, I guess to speak to it, man, you've done a good job. Like the atmosphere was really good at Interim, and it's like I think you've enhanced it and made it feel like a space. I really like the look of the Seeker. I think the space tells the story really well. Like seeing those talismans, those slips, like it feels like it really helps me like buy into the idea. Like, yeah, he's placing these
Agreed.
items that are like I mean I know like it's just like mechanically it looks like a piece of paper, but like it feels special and it feels intentional. And so I think the fact that your world has that consistency and it comes through the story is really good. And like it's creepy. It's not like jump scare creepy, but you've got this atmosphere that's like playing really well, and like the sound effects, it's pretty spare, but in a good way.
Yep.
And so like all of that, like I get to sit there and watch you walk around, and as a hider, like actually sitting and watching is surprisingly compelling.
So can you tell me a little bit how is the hint managed in the Zoom? How are you getting hints from the audience?
So how it's supposed to go is through Zoom polling.
Okay.
Zoom polling and live stream Zoom are not compatible with each other for some reason. And we didn't discover this until today. So our workaround was the external like Menti polling website.
Oh, got it. So yeah, because me hearing other things was breaking it a little bit. So if there was just a poll and then all of a sudden I saw this word appear on the screen, way cool. I think this experience is a good experience. I like the idea. So, I don't want to knock what Mo gave you. I understand why he would want to know, but that was confusing because I was thinking I can only, I don't know about that.
Well, and to that end, like one of the things I wasn't too sure about, like you had the hint, because I knew the world. And so I knew like the hint could come in there. If the hint grid like lit up. What word came in, I think that would be a nice moment. And especially if they were sort of grayed out and then they lit up, that moment would teach me a lot. And this is going to be an interesting balance for you guys, especially for jury, is being a spectator and then becoming a hider or seeker might be the flow that you expect more than just being thrown into the role of hider or seeker without having context.
Agreed.
And so I think to that end, like, you want to bring up your theming plan and your flow?
Sure.
And just to share with you folks too, the other night I did go and possess a bunch of things. So I did have fun doing that.
I'm glad. So can you see everything?
Yeah.
Okay. This is our theming plan. So here's a concept art for the interior of our pavilion. So it basically just would look more or less like the interior of the environment, with some of the furnitures moved around for a better flow and to make room for the build download stations. So they would enter at the same place that the hider and seeker enter and move their way over to the TV to like watch our introduction video. And then they can download whichever build they want, or if they just want to be an audience, then they can do that. There's a chat area over here and we'll have someone in there answering questions. And here at the table with the guardian spirits and the talismans, that is our Zoom room. So that would be where everyone would go. We can send them to breakout rooms. And we have a comment station over here and our exit. So we have like a mood board for exterior of the pavilion, because our setting is like very specific and it has like a very specific vibe. you know, why not use that, like make it look like dark and gritty with this like repeating rectangular pattern of balconies and neon and red and yellow signs. Here's some sprites for the download stations. I believe we used these on Sunday. I wasn't there on Sunday. I had a migraine, but yeah. And we also have a plan for like our roles in the experience, since this is kind of a like labor heavy world for us. So there would be one like host in the Zoom room to run the master scene and run the polling, one who's like moderating in the breakout room, one who's like staffing the chat booth and like communicating with people who are in the Zoom, communicating if there's any kind of queue. So like, for example, if someone wants to play the hider and there's like 3 people ahead of them, they can say like, oh, well, you can go be the audience until it's your turn. And then we're the 4-person team, so we have the last person as like the swing to make sure everyone gets rest. And yeah, just like going through the guest story. They enter, they go to the TV as it's like the first like clickable object in their path. They watch our story introduction. They go download whatever they want to download. They go into the chat room and like confirm that they're in the queue. They go into the Zoom room, they play, they get sent to a breakout room, or if they're the audience, they just like stick around and do the polling. And after they're done, they can leave a comment area and tell their friends how much fun they had. So that is our theming plan.
Yeah, like I said, you guys are doing a great job of like knowing your world and expressing it. And the I really like the detail you got in this, like the especially the mood board, the theming. Like it just, one of my reactions, wow, that's ambitious, but it's also like it looks awesome. I think it's an aesthetic that's really nice. The clarity of like which role to take on. My guess is you'll see people watch and be the spectators before they actually decide to take on the role. And that's something that I'm thinking about jury, like how to set up a little more. And that there may be, this may be something you want to, like, do you show a video first of like what those roles look like? So then people can make a decision of like stepping into Seeker and
yeah, we were also thinking of maybe having like 2 videos, one that's like story introduction and one that's just like an actual gameplay video.
Yeah,
even just the sequence of screenshots with descriptors would be good enough. For any of the worlds, I think that would help users a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, one of the great things about your world is like you're doing a really good job of integrating the audience into this experience. And I mean, that's just fundamentally exciting. Like the idea that I can sort of step in and be a participant and have a reason to basically be involved in a way that's meaningful. And I think it's unclear like how that's really going to play out. Like you're sort of like some big play tests away from confirmation on this, but I think your bet is in the right place. And the piece of this that I think is still a bit of a mystery is the seeker's role. I mean, this is fundamentally about the seeker and the idea of what does it mean to guess and make progress. And the one thing right now is I think the loop you're looking at is the hider goes hide somewhere and is basically sitting down and just like triggering things and waiting, and is playing the game of, do the hints prompt me to move? And so your major moments are the hints coming in. And there's a little bit of like, should I move based on the hint and that anticipation? And I think that's sort of then how that goes from there, like, do I get found and stuff like that is the question mark. I think for jury, that's sort of the setup that you're looking at, is like getting that moment to land. One of the things I found is the hider that was a little confusing was when the seeker places the talisman, the visual I get is like the talisman coming at my face, no matter where he put it, I think, which was a little disorienting. Because I thought he'd found me every time. It was like he wasn't even looking at me. So there's a little bit of extra clarity, but I think the overall flow. So it's getting the guest set up correctly. Like here's what you're ready to do. And I think to John's point about the hints, like clarity of how the hints come in. Like if you know that's a hint board and a hint will come in and like it'll glow. Like I think all of the confusion goes away, right? Just knowing that and anticipating that solves a lot of problems. So it's going to be getting that set up, and then running it. Heads up, jury may be streamed.
Okay.
So
okay. All right.
Anticipating that and being ready for that would be something to do. So how you facilitate this will be a thing to pay attention to.
Real quick, I had camera problems. I kept looking through the back of my eyes and my collar, so the camera needs adjusted. And the other thing too is, you know, when I enter into first of all, great story. I feel this thing. I feel the whole backstory and everything. The first time I do something, it's a trial. I'm trying it and I want to know if I succeeded or failed. I didn't get any of that. I got right in there and hit a key, and then all of a sudden I had that waste of time. It felt like I already wasted one before I tried anything. So I don't know if that means anything to you either.
No, it sounds like having the ability to cancel the interaction is
yes. Agreed.
But like those are little details. I mean, overall, this is I'm excited about this. I think there's like a you know, fingers crossed, like things go well. But I think that fundamentally this flowing well is can show really well to jury, and jury can be flexible with stuff as well in terms of like understanding how this goes. So like you might get the advice like change out some of the words and stuff like that. But overall, like the polish you put into this, the way the world feels, there's a few little like usability things to look at. We ran into a hiccup with the polling, but I think you got the pieces here to have something that's really cool. So
yeah, the thing you did for me is you gave me a huge story. Like I was only just a little slice of this story, but I was already thinking about everything that brought me to this place and everything. I think you did a real good job with environment and story. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I guess like one last little thing. This ended unexpectedly for me. And I think it would be that moment of it's about to end, and the incense burning down. Like the incense is a great metaphor and a great story part, but I didn't know. I had no idea of how much time we had left.
I'll even give you on top of that. As soon as I threw the last one is when it ran out. So I thought the reason I threw it was the reason it ended, not the incense burning out. So did it just so happen at the same time, or does the incense burn out the last time I throw something?
So we actually didn't have the actual time out because we haven't done enough playtest, so we don't. And you know, like the polling takes time, so we don't know how much time we should give the seeker. We didn't set that currently.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Like this is, and there's so just be ready for like possibilities. I don't think you need to do like implement a lot of stuff for jury, but things you could do if you know for Festal would be instead of having a timer, you could have a way to trigger 1 minute left. Right.
That makes sense.
And so like the person running the host view could be like, okay, we're pushing the 1 minute left button because we know we've got a feel for things. And so you could use human intervention to set the drama, stuff like that. But yeah, overall, great job. So like cool idea and like some really nice execution.
Thank you.
All right, that was 45. That's it. That is the BVW Worlds of fall of 2020. Congratulations, everyone. Making things that no one has ever seen before. Ideas that have never been dreamed up, brought to execution, playing with Zoom, playing with Air Console, playing with Photon, getting guests to connect, talk, puzzle things out. This is going to be awesome. I think we're going to have a festival, and it's going to be a festival that is not, has never been done before. I think part of that's going to be what Team Cloudworks is doing, but a lot of it's going to be what you guys have built and getting that into the space And I think we're very much going to have like people walking around being like, hey, check this out. Go see this thing. There's gonna be like lines for stuff. There are gonna be people doing stuff and being excited and like talking to the teams. And like, that's what festival is. Like, I know, John, been to a few of them as well. And like, I can feel like how this is going to live in that virtual space and capture a lot of that physical reality. And that's exciting.
Dave, there's usually a time where in festival toward the tail end of the night where everyone's drunk, all the teams go get to try out each other's. Does that happen now? Do they get to try out each other's?
So one of the things we're going to try to do is have the day before, we're going to try to do some like rehearsal things. So we're going to use the class before festival as a sort of a big play test. And I think we're going to work on when we might do a dress rehearsal as well. So there's going to be pre that. I think there's bigger questions of like, what happens at the end of the day when people are done. We may see people like just collapsing on the floor, being exhausted. We may see new traditions be born.
That's true. All right, cool. Keep me posted if you need anything else during that.
But yeah, from here on out, it's jury and then festival. So that's where a lot of our brains are going to be. But bigger than that, congratulations, everyone. Like, you guys have done amazing work. I'm incredibly proud of all the stuff you've managed to do. Like, if you look back at the world you've made, like we went from round 0 to round 1, which was, keyboard and mouse, to round 2, which was everyone's favorite round with naive guests and microphones and webcams and like air console and stories. And so just the amount of stuff you've built and the variety, it's really exciting. And I think jury is going to get a taste of that. And so with that, I think we can maybe transition over to some TA stuff about jury and things like that. And John, if you want to stick around and like listen in and like hear what's up.
I'm going to hang.
Let's do it. All right. Annie, is this you?
Yeah. Okay, so let me share the slides with everyone. So we have a lot of stuff prepared for you to help you prepare for your jury submissions. And let me share screen. And everyone is welcome to turn on your camera, like as always. I can see how tired everyone is and see if we need to adjust our jury submission things by your expression. Okay, so if you click on the jury submission, it's very similar to how you submit it for playtest, but we modify a little bit based on what we got from the playtest so that it should be more clear. If you have any questions or any confusion, stop me at any time and throw in the questions. So we will be asking for your round number and your team number and a name for your world. And we ask for this. Each team should already have your name of the world and your elevator pitch for your world. And please enter all the team member here. If you are on the 4 people team, just enter, I remember, like no second artist. And we'll be asking for a lot of things for jury submissions. First of all, this is like basic information, like what technology tech needs for your world. And we'll be asking how many photon air console rooms can your team run at once? Meaning, like if you will take the trains runner as an example, they can run 3 rooms at the same time. So, and we'll be asking how many people can be in each room. So for trains runner, it will be 3 photon rooms and 2 people in each photon room. That makes sense? Okay, if you don't understand, if when you're filling this out, you forgot what it is, just send me a message or email me with your questions. And we'll be asking how many people can spectate on your world at once. It could be like you recommend 5 to 8, or you can say as many as anyone wants. Give us a sense of how you're running your world. And we'll be asking for a screenshot so that everyone can quickly associate which this world is about. And we'll be asking for logo. So what the logo is for is, as all the logos you have for your applications on your computer, that's what we're asking, so that not everyone's world is with Unity logo. You want your own logo so that they can like switch between festival build and your build like easily. And we'll be asking for a cover photo. We'll be using the cover photo for both website and for potentially if you want to use it as your wallpaper in your BVW room, you can also do that. And we'll be asking for a guest flow design and theming concept art. We listed out everything that you need. I have been looking through everyone's theming plan today throughout your presentation and spent some time looking through. Some of you forgot that you need an entry and an exit, and please keep your entry at the left and exit on the right. I'll be sending over feedback on all of round 5 theming plan by tomorrow, so that you can kind of iterate and polish your theming plan based on the feedback. And if you have any specific questions, feel free to reach out. We have some more specific requirement. For example, for the sign, we'll be asking very specific size and ratio because our whole world is pixelized. So we ask you to kind of design your sign to fit in the whole world while keeping your own style. And you can change your room size. I found that almost everyone followed the room size that we gave. And you can feel free to change the shape and the size, make it deeper or even wider, or make it into a circle. That is also possible. Just consider the camera angle while you're redesigning your room. And okay, back to. And for the final jury build, as we have mentioned to many teams, we're only accepting one build. So that is easier for the guests to download. They don't have to download multiple builds, and they download this build for tutorial, this build for another character. So please combine everything in one build and make it into one exe, like execution file, and do, what was this? Make it into Windows. Do not make it go to full screen. Like, make it into Windows because that will make it easier for the guests to jump between the festival build and your build. And please change the file name. Stop sending us round 5 test build. We would not know which build that is. Name your build as your world name. And almost finally, this is where we mentioned before. Like we ask each team to submit an avatar as well. So for submitting avatars, it could be a head, it could be an upper body, or it could be a button. And we highly recommend you to have something, for example, for the shop fight, you can like make the outfit as your employees in the shopping mall or stuff like that. So be creative and please follow our website, follow the naming convention, and give us a Google link, make a folder on your Google Drive. Give us a link to your Google Drive with all the files in it. And you can submit, you need to submit at least one asset, and you can submit multiple assets. Like, for example, for the gnomes and the robes, they can submit all the siblings as an example. And lastly, please provide a YouTube link to a recording of your world and make sure to make it unlisted or public. And back to jury submissions. On the day of the jury, they will have access to everything that you submitted. We will make it like we'll make it a Word documentation and then send it to all the jury so they can look through everything. Look at your cover photo, look at your logo design, look at your theming plan and your final build and your recording. They will be mainly testing on your build and looking at your theming plan to help them imagine what this world is like on the festival. So make sure you make that design explain itself, like help them imagine what it's like to decide to select the worlds that fit in the festival. You will not have to build those models just yet. We'll be asking for those models after you're selected by the jury. And we will be announcing the final schedule a day before the jury day. The due of the jury submission will be this Sunday, 11:59 p.m. EA Eastern. I see some struggling faces. But so Sunday night, and you have a Monday to rest before jury day actually comes. For jury days, everyone just show up at your time slot. You don't need to be participating all day. You just need to show up during your time to host your world a little bit to show the jury. And after jury day, we will announce who the selected worlds at the night on Tuesday night. And whoever moves onto the festival will have to keep polishing things. You may get some feedbacks from the jury that they suggest you to make some things, and you will have to start building up your BVW room. And we will have a lot of TAs helping, consulting with you on different things. Like we will have our TAs helping you with the environment. You will have to build the environment, but they will help you if you have any questions. And that's about it. Okay, so these are the worlds that's based on the voting you guys made. That these are the worlds that had made their first step to the jury, but you will have to submit the form to actually be considered. If you did not submit anything, you will still not be considered by the jury because we have nothing to show them.
So for clarity, this list are the worlds that were voted on that got enough votes to make it to jury, and all the round 5 worlds, right?
Yes.
All right. Congratulations. Rounds 1 through 4 teams that made the cut.
Any questions about anything? Please take at least 2 days of rest before starting getting back to work on PVW.
Dave, do you want to tell the story of that team who forgot to fill out the jury submission form?
Please fill out everything correctly. We have had teams who didn't submit everything and didn't go to jury that probably would have made festival. So pay attention to the deadline. Ask questions if you've got concerns. Like if something doesn't feel like it fits your world, like ask. But we need this stuff because we're going to be running jury, and jury needs builds, but they're also going to get, basically, like Annie said, they're going to get effectively a guide to the worlds. And so that we need to put that together and get that ready for jury. And so that's where a lot of this stuff goes. Some of the stuff will go, more for the future stuff, but that process is what this is all building to.
And if you have any more specific questions with theming plan, feel free to send me what you have, and I can give written feedbacks on it if you don't feel like in office or stuff like that. I'm open for that. And I will be sending out the round 5 feedback by tomorrow.
And when we run jury, so the point about the schedule, we'll release a schedule. I think the way we'll do this is we're going to keep you up to date on where we are on the schedule, if we're behind or ahead. And so there'll be more instructions, but the specific requirement is whoever's running the world needs to sort of be ready in a window around your time. And so we usually say, be basically on call about 20 minutes before your world starts. And I think we will use Slack to let teams know when to show up. And so we'll have a waiting room on the Zoom call, and we'll sort of use Slack to communicate what's going on. But just sort of know who's running it, be ready for that. And then when you run the worlds for jury, it's going to be a lot like class, but the jury is going to sort of expect you to take a bit more direct control. So, if you need guests in a certain setup, we need this and this and this, those are some things to think through. We're going to work on jury being sort of ready with builds and things like that. We're going to be, I think, trying to recruit jury from faculty and staff, and also industry, and part of the way we're going to recruit jury is going to be from the playtest we ran. So getting people who have a sense of how this is going to play out in festival is part of what we're looking at.
I'm gonna add one quick thing about the avatars. So these are the things that you will need to submit to. For example, if you're doing the head, these are all the files needed for one avatar asset, because you need to make the animation sprites for it. And we'll have RTAs Rosie and Evelyn to help with that. So if you have any avatar specific questions on how to make those sprites, reach out to Rosie and Evelyn. Probably after tomorrow, because I haven't met with them. So, so they started taking in questions tomorrow.
You could start drawing it though.
Yeah.
So should every teammate be in the first time slot for jury session?
The whole team does not need to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The whole team is welcome. And we know time zones are going to cause some conflicts. One of our goals is to try to schedule the round 5 worlds in the morning, because it's sort of the best time for time zones. And sort of like looking at the round 5 worlds being sort of the ones that might want the most of your team there. But it is not a requirement that the whole team be there. It is helpful that the members of the team who are there know how to run the world. So like just plan ahead about who is sort of on call for that.
Awesome, thank you.
Any other questions about jury and what's expected of next steps?
Do you have any tips for time management for people who have a lot of worlds jury submitting and also want to have a Thanksgiving break?
So here's my advice for jury. It's going to be, so jury will probably have recommendations on how to change worlds. I wouldn't try to change your world too much for jury. If you have stuff where if you think the way it shows will not show well for jury and you may need to change because of that, then that might be a case. But if there's like improvements that you could make, or like that would like go a certain direction that are sort of in scope, it's okay just to talk through that rather than execute on that. So my general advice for jury is sort of like you have a little bit of room to pitch. And that pitching will sort of be in the setup of your world. Like, hey, this is what we're going to run. It's going to look like this. Here's how it goes. Now, at the same time, you don't have a chance really to just run through like a 5-minute presentation of like what this is going to be like. So we're not going to be talking through the theming plans. Jury will have them and they can look at them and they'll be able to reference them. But it's going to be on you to sort of quickly set up the world and then have the world play out. And so I think if I had to focus anywhere, it'd be that quick setup of like, what is this going to be like? And sort of like, can you capture sort of like the guest, that part of the guest experience in that moment? Like you could be like, okay, we're gonna have 2 jury members be players. The rest are going to be spectators. And the spectator view is designed for just like sort of stepping in and watching through Zoom. But the 2 guests are going to be selected in this way, and they're going to get ready. And here's your roles. And here's how it's going to go. And so that's kind of where I'd focus. And like I said, jury is composed of people who can imagine improvements and tweaks. So if in that you want to say, one of the things we're planning on doing if we get into festival is changing it in this way, that's also an avenue to let jury know like how this could be changed.
And adding on to that, I put in the schedule to help you kind of see how the time looks like starting from today. So like you have about 5 days to like draft up the concept, the planning, and after jury you actually still have like 1 week, about 1 week to polish everything, and we have 2 rehearsal on the day, on the during the class time on this week, and then the final would be the festival. So take it easy on Thanksgiving. The most important is to thoroughly plan how you're gonna do it, and think about what you need to make it happen.
And if you guys have questions about like making changes to your world and strategizing, I don't have any formal office hours set up, but send me email. We might be able to make something happen. So if you're looking at like a bunch of worlds and you're not too sure how to split your time or like where to prioritize, I'm happy to try to make time to help you sort of like work through that. But in general, the expectation of jury is not that the worlds have been radically iterated between round 5 final and jury. Usually the iteration we see is jury to festival. But that said, you may be looking at a world and being like, if it goes to jury this way, we're nervous about it. Like we're sort of scheduling, you look at it, we're scheduling 10-minute increments of stuff. So if you're concerned like, hey, our world lasts longer than 10 minutes, what are we gonna do about that? Email, like basically reach out about those things. But we are, like I said, jury is has some flexibility in how it interprets things, and you know we can sort of talk through that. Yeah, Bob.
Okay. So for the VR worlds, how is that going to be in festival?
A good question. Some of the festival worlds will be potentially asynchronous.
Yeah.
Which they can be downloaded, and it'll be the case where either it's just, hey, if you have VR and you want to try this out, go for it.
Okay.
Or you could like think of a way to integrate it into Zoom and stuff like that. But asynchronous VR is a viable option.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions? Oh yeah.
I have a quick. Sorry.
Go
ahead. I'm answering to Eric. It's sure. I would say it's a sure responsibility for the team to manage the submission, but we do ask for the producer, or at least pick one person as point of contact for your team, so that from our side we know who to go to when we have questions about, or if you're missing some materials, if you need any new stuff. So that's what we're expecting of the producer, but the team should share the responsibilities.
Thomas?
So you mentioned in the form that we have to specify the size of a lobby and how many people in total, right? Like how many lobbies, or like how many people could play?
Yes.
So you would also mention in the past about like for the photon worlds, like upgrading to a better plan to have like more concurrent users, because I think the limit is 20.
Yes.
So first of all, could we do that? And second of all, how should we fill out the form in that case?
So far, no one has stood up and said, hey, we need more.
I think we could need more. We would like more. There you go. That's what I'm saying.
Me too.
Yeah.
So basically that's the first step. Like we've been having this discussion and trying to figure out like, do we need to upgrade this? And like we haven't, so that's part of the reason why we're trying to like get this information. Is like, do we need to change things and move things? So yeah, submit and send email would be the best way to do this, and say like what you would like it to be. Sound fair?
Sure.
I would suggest the first thing is check within your team. Do we want to do a submission? Maybe your whole team doesn't want to do a submission, and check in with your team to get everyone on the same page and kind of get so that everyone knows how many work you're expecting, and you can kind of plan for yourself how you're going to spend your time.
And yeah, if you're looking at stuff and you have questions, like some of the stuff feels like it's out of scope or you're overloaded, like reach out. I think we can be human about this. All right, if there aren't any more questions, I think the last little bits, there is the canvas has been updated with the final pieces of your assignment. So check that out. Basically it's the peer evaluation, the last little bit of goal reflection, which is a little bit different. So heads up on that. And there's one little thing, the collab view, conflict view is coming back, and the post tests are finally coming into play. So those have been assigned. All that's set up to be due Monday evening. So it's not like you gotta get it done tonight. It's through the space. The post test stuff is just completion. So don't take that and be like, if I need to get perfect on this, it's just part of the final capper on all this. But it's there. All right.
One last quick update. I think we'll be expecting the sound feedback session at the regular time, 7:30. I just saw the message, so
The usual
I'll
time
be
slot.
setting that up real quick.
Today?
Usual time. Yes.
Okay.
If you have if you signed up for a retro session, just like go like either before or after you're done.
Yeah. You can either go first in the sound feedback session or go last after your retro session.
All right. So there's a lot of stuff, like realize like sort of coming in anticipation of jury. Like I said, hopefully it ends up being manageable. If you look at it and it's like, wow, this is a lot of stuff to do and I'm worried about getting it done, please let us know. Like this is like, we're in a place right now where like, this is just a guess at what seems reasonable. And if it doesn't feel reasonable, like I said, we can look at this and like make some adjustments. And like part of our goal is Thanksgiving is a break. But if you're like, this feels like more than a week's worth of work and I don't know what to do about it, yeah, like let us know. And we'll, like I said, we'll work within those bounds. But with all of that, like I said before, congratulations. You guys have done an amazing amount of work. Hopefully you get a chance today, just sort of like look back and reflect a little bit and be like, yeah, I did that. I kicked some ass. And then our next phase of this is getting ready to celebrate with festival. And I think that's one of my goals, is that festival, building a festival, like, is this mix of anticipation, nervousness, but excitement to share. And so that's kind of what we're getting ready for. And so I'm particularly excited about getting a chance to share your work with the invited world, as it were. So get ready for that. And that's where we're going to be next week. We're going to be talking more about that through like rehearsals and things. Jury is going to be kind of a big day. It's going to be a long day for some of us. Hopefully for you guys, you're just a little piece of it. But this process now to festival, like, yeah, it's going to be exciting. So get some rest. Let us know if there's, like I said, the work that's being asked is a little beyond what you think you can manage. And yeah, feel excited, because I think exciting things are coming. Some questions about jury. Just, I think the clarity is like the jury submission form. This is the material we need to sort of like be able to get jury going. Yeah, look over that. I think this is the main point. Like today and tomorrow, if you have questions about the jury submission form, is especially a good time just like to talk to us and say, hey, I got questions. I'm worried about this, confused about that. And so at the same time, everyone in the class be on, just be paying attention a little bit to if we have to make announcements and change things. Be ready for that. All right. Sound good? All right. We did it. Round 5 in the bag. Let's move on to festival. All right. That's enough for today. We'll be in touch. I'll be watching my email, all that stuff. And jury's coming up next week, and that's our next big thing. So have a great break, and I will see you all next Tuesday with a exciting jury crowd around me. All right. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
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 Bye bye.
Are we still live?